tonight we have our guest, Mark, who is going to talk to you about what we let you know about in the email we sent out this week. I'm going to let him tell the story. It's a very personal story, but he's willing to share this with you because he knows so many people around need this kind of help. And so, Mark, come on down, take it away, tell your story.
Okay. I'm Mark Thane, and I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was a caretaker for 4 years in North Carolina and got back out on my own and got a job at the Ford dealer here. And I am under very high stress. And I lost my 14-year-old Siamese, Diego, and it just literally tore me apart. But what it did, it triggered my alcoholism because I'm a recovering alcoholic. And by 1990, I had 5 DUIs. I would drink from the time I got up in the morning to the time I passed out. Alcohol dictated every aspect of my life. So I knew I had to do something. I was back to drinking again, missing work, waking up in the morning, and going to the liquor store to buy some alcohol before I start the day. And bear in mind, if I would have got caught in the company truck, I would have got a DUI. But an alcoholic doesn't care. All they care about is that next drink. They put everything before their family. But I remember before, I was on homeopathic in North Carolina, and that worked pretty decent if you got the right remedy. But the homeopathics quit working. So here I was again. And I knew I was going to go back to AA or do something, or I was going to be in serious trouble. It was really starting to take toll on my health. I really hurt all over. So anyway, I had to remember what Anthony told me when I was in North Carolina. At the time, I didn't believe it, but I said, you know what? What have I got to lose? I don't want to go back to AA, so I'm going to try what he said and see if it'll work. And what he told me was to start drinking 3 or 4 ounces of the tonic a day. So that Sunday, it was like on July the 2nd, I think it was. I had 30 beers that Sunday. By Monday morning, I was so hungover and felt sick as I could be. So what I did, I went in there and got the JC Tonic out of the refrigerator, and I took an ounce. And throughout the day, about every 4 or 5 hours, I took an ounce. So I did about 4 ounces every day. Well, by Thursday, I think it was, I woke up, and I said, well, this is weird. I don't want any more alcohol. It's like I had mind over matter. I said, I'm done with this. I do not want it any longer. And that was a few days later, probably, 3 or 4 days later, and I haven't touched it since. I've got mine now over it, and I says, I'm not going back to it. I have the mind now to say no, and I've been drinking the tonic consistently every day. I drink a few ounces at least every day, and I have no desire to drink any alcohol.
You mean no desire at all, Mark? Nothing?
None. Nothing.
Isn't that? I mean, I when I told you to try that, I didn't know if it was going to work. I said it's worth a try, but holy cow! And this happened over. Oh God, this is amazing! No kidding. How over what period of time?
Works like a charm. It took about a little less than a week. And on Sunday, Sunday on July, was it the 2nd, I think it was, I had 30 beers. I was so hungover. And July the 2nd. By July the 6th, I was done with it. I said, I'm done.
And I remember
you done with this, and I haven't drank since.
You used to tell me in the past you drank the big bottles of beer, not the little cans.
Absolutely.
So when you had 30 beers,
alcohol consumption. Huh?
Oh, when you had 30 beers, it was the big bottles.
No, I drank out here. I went and got 30 beers, and they were only 12 ounces of beer. So 30 12-ounce beers, but that's still a lot of consumption.
No kidding. Holy cow.
When I was in North Carolina, I would buy the 24 ounces and drink those. I drink 3 or 4 a day of those.
Well, Mark, with what you just said, if people share this with either alcoholics or recovering alcoholics, does that sound like maybe they will get the same results as you, or maybe not as great, but maybe at least help them?
I think it's worth a try. What have they got to lose? And what it done for me is it took away the obsessiveness in my brain. You see, the tonic works on balancing out all the chemistry, and addictions are caused a lot by a chemical imbalance. And I think what it done, it just balanced out my brain chemistry, because there was no more obsessive compulsiveness to drink. Where normally an alcoholic, they have this obsession, this compulsiveness for that next drink. Well, all that was gone.
But isn't that normally like they get hooked on it and their body needs it, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And to tell you this, I was a chronic alcoholic. In the morning when I got up, I had the shakes. I was in the 3rd degree of alcoholism, which is the worst. As you grow older and as you continue to drink long term, you will get where your body will have to have it. So in the morning, you'll have the shakes, and you have to go get the alcohol to stop the withdrawals. They're terrible. It's the revolving cycle.
Well, folks,
Yep.
You're hearing something that I've never heard, and I bet a lot of you have never heard it. And what a great call to share with anybody and everybody who's hooked on anything. It probably would work well if you're hooked on medications, if you're hooked on drugs, if you're hooked on whatever it may be. This could be a great help to try and withdraw from all of that. How long?
Well, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go
my
ahead.
sister who smokes, she was a 2-pack a day smoker. She's down to smoking now 3 or 4 cigarettes. And she's been on the tonic for a while.
I remember you telling me about your sister. Yeah, she was a 2-pack a day smoker. Wow.
Chain smoker, and now she's down to just 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 at most. Now, she's been taking the tonic for quite a while, and smoking is probably one of the hardest addictions to get over. But over a period, of probably 6 months or so, she's finally she said, these things are starting to taste like poison.
Isn't that great? Holy cow! And you said you're an alcoholic or recovering. How long have you been an alcoholic or recovering?
I've been an alcoholic for probably about 30 years.
Oh my good Lord! So you must have tried many things over the years to try and change all that.
Oh Lord! You would not believe all the things I tried to get. I had lost so many jobs. I've got fired on the jobs for drinking. And, like I say, I got 5 DUIs. The state of Georgia took my license for 10 years. But none of that stopped me from drinking. I still had the problem. I went to AA, and they kicked me out of AA. I would go to AA and then go out and get drunk. The AA was not doing any good, and the sponsor finally said, AA is not for you.
Holy cow.
Said, okay,
so you really
ya.
had it badly. Oh, my God.
Yep, I ended up having to serve. The judge gave me 1 year, and I did 6 months. They put me in a work camp in Georgia. They didn't put me in the hardcore prison. The attorney was able to get me 6 months. Able to get me, a year, a plea bargain, get me a year, and I had to do 6 months. Matter of fact, I had to go, while I was serving my 4th DUI, the sheriffs got me out of the Cobb County, took me to Cherokee County for my 5th DUI. So they run my time concurrent. So I tell you, I spent tens of thousands of dollars on attorneys and everything, and there was nothing. They did the best they could for me.
Well, this is such an incredible story. I just can hardly believe my ears. 30 years, and you went through all that and couldn't stop and couldn't change. Let me
tell you this. I got DUI I was pulling my boat back from the lake on Mother's Day, and I got a DUI for that. That was my 4th DUI. I even got fired on the job. I was drinking alcohol, doing my paperwork. I was a parts manager at a Ford dealer, and I was drinking on the job, and the owner came in and saw me. And he says, what is that you're drinking? I said, it's called Coors Light. He said, don't you know you can't be drinking on the property? I says, it's after hours. He said, it doesn't matter. You're on my property. So I got fired for that. So I had went through one job after the next, and alcohol dictated my life so much I didn't care. I would drive a company vehicle and drink all day long. What I would do is keep a cooler behind the seat because I was an outside sales rep making calls in the field. So I kept my cooler of beer behind the seat, and I kept the mouthwash in the front seat to mask the smell, so I was actually a functioning alcoholic.
What a story. Holy cow.
Yep, but I sure am glad. I tell you what, you can't put no price on this JC Tonic for what it's done for me, because the tonic has saved my job. My job performance has gone up, so we are the #1 Ford dealer in parts, sales, and service in New Mexico now. And so I'll always be on this tonic. Yep, I am not getting off. There's no money, really, honestly, you could put on what all I've been through. This tonic is just working out great for me. It's fantastic. Or wonderful, I like to say wonderful.
Wonderful. No, okay. I mean, so you haven't had any alcohol for how long now?
Since, let's see.
2 or 3 weeks?
Since July the 6th, I haven't had any alcohol. So that's a little over a month now.
Wow. And you're okay at the job, and the stress is down, and you're not feeling like you need to have your cooler there next to you?
Nope, everything is fine, and my job performance has gone up. I'm feeling a lot better.
You better go and talk to your guy at AA and tell him about this, because he's going to want to know how you beat it. Oh my God!
They may not, Anthony. They may not have any alcoholics there if they all got on the tonic. They wouldn't have any reason to have any meetings.
Yeah, right. Oh, good Lord! What a great
that would defeat
story.
the purpose.
This is amazing.
That's right.
I can't ask you for more, but I mean, holy cow, this is just tremendous.
That's like taking a bottle of JC Tonic to a medical doctor and say, hey, give this to your patients. He would lose all his business.
He'll be out of business. Well, I sure hope that a lot of people share this call with anybody they know that's having either a problem with alcohol or anything else. So you're on 4 ounces a day.
4 ounces.
Attaboy. The whole thing is going to change, Mark. Your health is going to just regenerate over the next months and years, and all that alcohol damage in your body will be turned around. How great.
Yep.
Wow.
One more thing I'll tell you before I get off. I always have to color my hair each month. My hair is gray, but since I've got on the tonic, the gray hair that's on the side is gradually going back to its normal color.
Wow, so that's the bonus. Good for you.
It's definitely a huge solution.
How old are you now?
I'll be 61 on August the 26th.
God, all those years that it took to get to this. Holy cow. Well, yep. Mark, I can't thank you enough for being on the call, because this is like my good Lord, what a call. This is so great. It's going to help so many people. I thank you so very much for being on the call. And
you're welcome, Anthony.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Have a good one.
We'll talk to you soon. Right. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye now.
So, folks, I'm falling off my chair. I just can't come to grips with this. What a story. But what a terrible experience that this man had for at least 30 years. Imagine what he went through just because of booze. And now he's off it for 3 weeks already? And he's productive at his job? Hey, folks, you know what this is called, eh? Look on the label. JC Tonic. I wonder what the JC stands for. because this sure is a miracle. Holy cow. Well, there we are, another magnificent, fantastic, remarkable call with the Tonic Man, and we will see you again soon on another one. Don't forget, we need all your stories, just like Mark gave his. All of you need to help out. This call is going to help so many people. Please get it out there. And don't think you have to send it to an alcoholic. Send it to everybody, because they may know an alcoholic who's been trying to beat it for a long time, or somebody on cigarettes or dope or strung out on too many medications. This will do it, folks. I think this is the proof, as they say, the proof is in the pudding. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for spreading the word. Pay it forward, as we say, and see you on the next call. And don't forget, not only did it do this for Mark, but if you take an ounce, you'll feel the bounce. Bye for now.
Urac Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and or function of your body in various ways. But it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be representative of everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Urac Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.